Welcome to World Knowledge Channel. Switzerland, a beautiful country located in the heart of Europe, is not only famous for its majestic scenery but is also a destination for the wealthy and influential in the international business world. In this context, we will discover the most successful individuals, the most resilient tycoons, who have contributed to Switzerland's prestigious position in the world of business and finance. Let's learn about their lives and careers, along with their exceptional contributions to the community and national economy. So who is it? Let's find out through this video. 1. Gianluigi and Rafaela Aponte, $11.2 billion United States dollars. Billionaire Gianluigi Aponte. Gianluigi Aponte was a sea captain. He entered the shipping industry in 1970 with his wife Rafaela. Their company MSC has become the second largest container shipping line in the world, behind only Maersk. In 2014, Gianluigi left his position as CEO of MSC to become president of the company. His son Diego took over the position until Maersk Søren Toft was appointed chief executive in November 2019. MSC also operates in the fields of cruises, MSC Cruises, domestic logistics, medlog, and port operations, Terminal Investment Limited. 2. Guillaume Poussaz, $9 billion United States dollars. Billionaire Guillaume Poussaz. Guillaume Poussaz founded Checkout.com in 2012 with the goal of solving the online payment processing problem for stores and shoppers around the world. In January 2021, Checkout.com raised $450 million from private investors, valuing the company at $15 billion. It is estimated that CEO Poussaz owns two-thirds of this London-based company. Checkout.com benefited greatly from the COVID-19 pandemic. The company said payment processing volume in 2020 was 3 times that of the previous year. 3. Ernesto Bertarelli, $8.6 billion United States dollars. Billionaire Ernesto Bertarelli. Photo, Barron magazine. After his father passed away in 1998, Ernesto Bertarelli inherited biotech giant Serono, manufacturer of the multiple sclerosis drug Rebif. With his sister Donna, Bertarelli grew Serono into a company with $2.4 billion in revenue before selling it to Merck for more than $13 billion in 2007. Ernesto and Donna co-chair the Bertarelli Foundation, an organization focused on life science research and marine conservation. His family's Waypoint Group has many investments, from commercial real estate in London to pharmaceutical companies. 4. Magdalena Martello Blocher, $8 billion United States dollars. Billionaire Magdalena Martello Blocher. Magdalena Martello Blocher is worth billions thanks to her stake in Ems Chemie, the Swiss chemical and polymer manufacturing giant. Before joining the Ems Chemie board in 2001, she held management positions at Johnson & Johnson and beverage maker Rivella. In 2015, Magdalena followed in her father's footsteps into politics. She was elected to the Swiss parliament as a national councillor. 5. Rahel Blocher, $8 billion United States dollars. Rahel Blocher. Similar to her sister Magdalena Martello Blocher, Rahel's assets also come from shares in Ems Chemie. However, unlike Magdalena, who served as the company's longtime chief executive officer, Rahel was not actively involved in Ems Chemie's operations. Instead, she heads her father's investment company, Robinvest, and sits on the board of his fund Schweizer Musikinsel Rheinai. 6. Switzerland's richest family maintained prosperity for 124 years. In the world of business and finance, there are families that are not merely relatives but also symbols of prosperity and stability. For more than a century, Switzerland's richest family has affirmed its position and prestige not only domestically but also internationally. With smart succession and excellent financial management, they have maintained and grown the family fortune through generations. Let's explore the historical journey and special strategies that have helped this family maintain prosperity over the past 124 years. The O'Leary-Hoffman family has maintained its wealth for 5 generations through a simple, unobtrusive lifestyle and dedication to nurturing the next generation. Switzerland's richest family, O'Leary-Hoffman, has maintained control of the Roche Group, the pharmaceutical manufacturer founded by his great-grandfather Fritz Hoffmann in 1896, for the past 124 years. The grandchildren of founder Fritz Hoffmann currently run Roche, a pharmaceutical corporation famous for its cancer drugs with revenue of $62 billion in 2019. To maintain control and leadership of this giant pharmaceutical corporation, the O'Leary-Hoffman family has meticulously planned and prepared solid steps for each successive generation. Last year, 7 members of the 5th generation of O'Leary-Hoffman joined the Roche shareholder group, overseeing $25 billion of the family's stake in the pharmaceutical company. In March, Jörg Duschmale, a member of the 5th generation of O'Leary-Hoffman, also took his uncle's position on the board of directors at Roche. Duschmale's succession to his uncle was noted 2 years ago in a rare public interview the family gave to the media. Duschmale emphasized the importance of the family's successors in preserving the traditional profession from their ancestors' time and developing it. It's important to continue the family's history of success and pass it on to the next generation. We're showing that our family still stands behind and supports the company, Duschmale shared in the interview. Interview with Swiss magazine Balance. According to Bloomberg rankings, the O'Leary-Hoffman family currently owns a fortune of $39 billion, ranking 12th in the list of the world's richest families. Their assets have increased 25% in the past 12 months thanks to the soaring share price of pharmaceutical company Roche. During the pandemic, Roche emerged as a reputable global supplier of COVID-19 test kits and brought in significant profits. The most outstanding thing about the O'Leary-Hoffman family is that it has maintained prosperity and increased wealth for 124 years without any property disputes occurring in many successive generations. It's a miracle, said Bals Hosley, asset management partner at MME based in Zurich, Switzerland. Hosley said fewer than 1 in 5 family-founded companies retain control into the 3rd generation. For wealthy families, transferring to the next generation and maintaining control of the company is always a headache due to many reasons coming from differences in capabilities, relationships, and personal preferences. But that's not O'Leary-Hoffman's concern as they share a family culture among their members over many generations. Bearer shares, a type of stock that can be transferred by exchanging hands between the holder of this type of stock and the buyer without transfer procedures, are held by O'Leary-Hoffman members for themselves. Easily controls voting rights for pharmaceutical company Roche even though it only owns about 9% of the shares. In addition, the stability of the O'Leary-Hoffman family's ownership of shares in Roche is supported by the huge dividends they receive, totaling more than $700 million in 2020. The O'Leary-Hoffman family at Roche also thanks to the concentration of shares in a small shareholder group of 15 people in the extended family compared to dozens, sometimes hundreds, of heirs in other families. Jörg Duschmale, the most powerful man of the 5th generation of the O'Leary-Hoffman family. Members of this large family are also famous for their simple and frugal lifestyle. They don't spend time on lavish parties or buying expensive super yachts. According to Balance, the most luxurious thing that Duschmale, the most powerful person in the O'Leary-Hoffman family in the 5th generation, spends is climbing shoes. Duschmale's uncle Andreas O'Leary is a cosmetic doctor and he has worked continuously for more than 25 years despite having an important role on Roche's board of directors. Additionally, O'Leary-Hoffman preserves his wealth while passing it on to generations thanks to Switzerland's lack of inheritance tax. Maintaining a discreet, unobtrusive lifestyle also helps the O'Leary-Hoffman family avoid scandals and divisions like other families. They live quite simply, like a normal family, said lawyer Hosley in Switzerland. In the face of the recent sharp increase in assets, we have seen that the fifth-generation family head Dushmale and the remaining members did not make any comments. Over 124 years, Switzerland's richest family has proven its strength and sustainability in the world of business and finance. With ingenuity in asset management and investment, along with inheriting and developing knowledge from their father's generation, they have maintained prosperity not only for themselves but also for the national economy. Diversity in investment fields and flexibility in adjusting strategies have helped this family overcome market challenges and fluctuations. In the future, their mission will continue to be a source of encouragement and funding for the sustainable development of Switzerland and the world. Through this, we have had the opportunity to better understand their influence and contribution to both the world economy and the national community. From breakthroughs in business and investment to supporting social and charitable causes, Switzerland's richest people are not only successful businessmen but also influential figures. Great benefit. They have contributed to the country's sustainable development and provided important resources for social projects and initiatives. Continue to follow and discover further stories about Switzerland's richest people, and their meaningful contributions to the world around them. According to the ranking, the top 300 richest people in Switzerland are getting richer every day. In the race for wealth and power in the world, Switzerland constantly witnesses an increase in the number and assets of the richest people. With a strong economy and a developed financial system, Switzerland has become the homeland of many of the world's leading billionaires and tycoons. On the surface, this wealth is often expressed through splendid villas on mountain slopes or high-rise buildings in big cities like Geneva and Zurich. However, their influence is not just about money but also includes strategic decisions and giving back to the community. Let's learn about these people and their influence in the world of business and society. Swiss business magazine Balance published a report on November 29 saying that the assets of the 300 richest people in the country in 2019 increased by 4% to 702 billion Swiss francs, 703 billion United States dollars. We can see that the sons of the founder of the giant furniture retail company IKEA top the list. Topping this year's list are still the sons of the founder of the giant furniture retail company IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad, who was famous for living modestly, always driving an old Volvo, and passed away 2 years ago. The Kamprad family has always topped the list of the richest people in Switzerland for nearly 2 decades. And second on the list is the Hoffmann and O'Leary families, who partly own pharmaceutical giant Roche. Third place belongs to Gerard Wertheimer, major shareholder of luxury brand Chanel. Balanza's list of the richest people in Switzerland includes both Swiss and foreigners in Switzerland. And Balance magazine emphasizes that the richest people on the list above are getting richer. The figures in the top 10 increased their income by 18 billion Swiss francs, over 18 billion United States dollars, and owned a total of 221 billion Swiss francs, over 221 billion United States dollars. Meanwhile, in 1989, when Balance first published this ranking, the top 100 richest people only had a total assets of 66 billion Swiss francs, more than 66 billion United States dollars. And according to Balance, the total assets of the 300 richest people in Switzerland in 2019 increased thanks to the stock market being better this year than in 2018. However, not everyone had a favorable year in 2019. Only about 16% earned more money than the previous year, while about 75% saw their wealth stay the same. Among those dropped is Ivan Grafitienberg, CEO of Zug-based commodity trading company Glencore. The total value of this CEO's shares decreased by 1.25 billion Swiss francs, more than 1 billion United States dollars, during the year. Wealth in Switzerland is constantly increasing and the country's richest people are increasing their wealth. With their intelligence, determination and excellent financial management, they created a strong and wealthy business community. However, it is important to recognize that wealth is not only measured by the amount of money in their accounts, but also by how they use their resources and influence to contribute to society and community. With this constant development, Switzerland continues to be an ideal destination for those who desire success and wealth. If you find the video useful, please share it with more people and subscribe to the channel. Like and have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for your interest in the following. Hello and see you in the next video.